he didn't explode onto the scene with a big launch or industry fanfare. Instead, he chose the quiet route, letting his talent and that undeniable charm do all the talking.
The moment Rohit said, "Hello, future wife" in Mismatch, I melted.
He stands as one of Gen Z's most adored stars, a great blend of boyish charisma and leading man confidence.
If you watch Rohit's movies, you just know there's something that he does with his eyes which you just cannot resist.
People label you with like national crush, internet's boyfriend. The actor, who was recently seen in Sunny Sanskari Ki Tulsi Kumari, is having his moment, and it's been a long time coming.
I was 15 when I moved to Bombay. I remember celebrating my 16th birthday in Bombay.
Oh, lovely.
When my friends were going to college, I was going to set. When they were failing exams, I was failing auditions. I am completely obsessed with Vidya Balan ma'am. She's a phenomenal actor. Ambition is very, very important to me. Not just my future wife, but any person I meet, anybody I talk to, I really am fascinated. I'm excited about people who are ambitious.
And now, on the Philips Latte Go Presents Bombay Times Lounge, powered by Instax Fujifilm, in association with Skechers and US Polo, Rohit Saraf is here to win you over with his charm, irresistible energy, and oodles of that Rohit Saraf hotness. Hi Rohit, it's great to have you here with us.
Hi Madhu, thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to be here.
The energy is palpable.
It is, and I actually
I'm
want
really
to...
excited. How do you feel being here?
I feel incredible. I actually want to very quickly address something. I found out that there are a couple of people who have come from different cities over here.
Absolutely.
I cannot tell you how happy that makes me. Thank you so much for coming here and for showing me the incredible kind of love that you all have. I am so happy to be here with all of you guys for so long, but thank you once again for being here. I am so happy to be celebrating my Thank you. Thank you.
Begin with your journey, Rohit. It's very interesting because, you know, a lot of actors wait for that one big grand launch. You didn't. You know, you did great work on OTT, of course. We all know what Mismatch has done to us and to him. It's exploded on the screen, right? And with the next season coming up. And then you did some very interesting work, maybe smaller roles in very big films, right? And then you bagged your first film as a lead hero with Ishwish Rebound. Tell us a bit about your journey from the Delhi boy to Mumbai with Star in Your Eyes. You came here, and then what happened? How did you pursue your dream?
So actually, Madhu, my first film as the lead was not Ishq Vishk Rebound. It was actually a film called Banana, which was back in 2013.
Yes.
Which is now called Wo Bhi Din The. It's now on Z5.
Released after 11 years,
Which
right?
released after 11 years. So we actually shot for it in 2013. And that was my first year in Bombay. And I thought, you know, I'm meant for this. This is like perfect. And everything is set out. The plan has been laid for me. And it'll all be beautiful because honestly, who comes to Bombay and bags a film as the lead with a production house as big as like John Abraham Entertainment, Sheel Kumar producing it, Shujit Sarkar presenting it, Imtiaz Ali's younger brother, Sajid Ali directing it. It was perfect. I thought that it was amazing. And we shot that in 2013. And then it didn't release for 11 years. And therefore, I had to kind of restart my journey. I waited for 2 years for it to release until 2015. And in 2015, I realized that I can't wait for it any longer. And so I started my journey all over again. And then, of course, I started doing films like Dear Zindagi and Hichki. One thing led to the other. So I think my journey so far has been pretty rich in terms of like I've got a fair share of everything.
But I believe it was your father's dream that you become an actor, right?
It was.
But deep down, did you also harbor that dream that someday you will be an actor?
When you grow up hearing something so much, it kind of becomes a part of your being. It becomes a part of your reality. I didn't think that there was another option. Like when I was growing up, I always heard my father say that, oh, I want you to become an actor, I want you to become an actor. It didn't feel like a thing that he would say in the passing. It felt like
It felt real.
I sincerely feel that the moment there is plan B, you don't believe in plan A.
Plan A falls weaker, right?
Yeah, because I never gave myself the opportunity that it won't happen. It had to happen. It will happen. That's pretty much what my mindset was when I moved to Bombay.
So what, you were 15 when you moved here?
I was 15 when I moved to Bombay. I remember celebrating my 16th birthday in Bombay.
Lovely. But you kind of missed out on the entire college going phase, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of actors often talk about how the real life experience makes you a better actor. And
Yeah.
you are, like, you know, you've done youthful roles and the kind of
Yeah.
roles that you're doing. Did you ever feel that you missed out on that part of your life? Or, you know, you were like totally focused on your career in acting?
You know, I don't think it's a place that teaches you things about life. That's my personal
Right.
understanding of it. Like, it's the people and the experiences that teaches you things,
Absolutely,
that teach you things. I feel that the kind of learning I would have had in college, I had that when my friends were going to college, I was going to set.
So your learning, your growing up was on set?
Yeah, when they were failing exams, I was failing auditions. And when they were celebrating their, percentiles, I was celebrating a different kind of
Very
achievement
interesting,
over
yeah.
here. It's the people and it's the experiences that have taught me a lot. And having said that, I do really, really wish that I went to college, because I think that would have been incredible. I feel like there are so many people who I meet and they tell me the most incredible experiences about their college life. And I of course wish that I had that for myself. But I don't regret
Not having done that.
Not having done
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Which moment in your journey felt like a scene from a film? One you wish someone had captured forever?
It is so easy to be swayed by all the love that you get on Instagram, but it's the real deal is when you meet people in person. And I absolutely love it when every single time there's a promotion or we go for an event and I get to meet people. I feel like just getting that kind of energy from them physically.
That's for real.
It's
Yeah.
for real, and it stays with you. It really
Right.
stays with you.
Yeah.
When people give you a hug, you see somebody crying because you've given them a hug. All of those moments really,
The
really,
unforgettable
truly stay
moments,
with you.
absolutely,
Yeah, so
absolutely.
every single time that happens, it feels like a scene from a film.
But tell me, Rohit, the industry is not an easy place, right? You've been here since you're very young.
Yeah.
There is heartbreak, there's rejection, there is failure, and then you come up again. What is it one thing that's kept you going? And what were those moments like when you really went through a patch where you were very unsure or where you felt like demotivated?
So I feel like this kind of happens in waves. It's like it comes and it hits you and then it recedes. And it's not like a one thing that you're experiencing one rejection in life or you're experiencing one heartbreak in life. I feel like there are going to be multiple, and that happens with every industry, not just
Right.
ours, but it happens with every
All
industry.
professions, yeah.
For me, my heartbreaks have been point of reflections in my life. I feel like, yes, of course, there have been times where I felt that, why am I putting myself through this? When it's just easier to not.
Right.
But then I always remind myself as to why I started. And I know this sounds like such an Instagram quote that you hear, that, when you feel like giving up, remind yourself of why you started. But honestly, that's what's helped
That's
me.
so true, yeah.
It's what's helped me. And I'm not saying this because all of these people are here or
Right.
because, that's the kind of love I receive on social media. It's unreal. I honestly, my team tells me that, whenever you start talking about it, just stop crying. Like, don't cry. But the honest truth is, I came to Bombay without I didn't know anyone.
You had no plan.
I
really.
literally knew nobody. I didn't have a friend. I didn't have a single friend in Bombay. I did not know a single person in Bombay. The people that I actually stayed with for the first 4 days are the people who were families of employees back in Delhi. My family had a business, and their employees, their families are the people I stayed with for the first 4 days when I moved to Bombay. So I literally had no idea what I was doing. But starting from there, wherever I've reached today and the kind of love I enjoy, I don't think it's something that I would give up for anything. Yes, of course, there are rejections. Of course, there are setbacks. Of course, it's difficult. That's not the only thing I like to focus on. I like to focus on the other things. I like to focus on what all I have managed to achieve, who are the people I have managed to meet with, and the kind of experiences I've been able to have. So I think that's what I kind of try to focus on.
Over all these years, which is the one moment from the industry, it could be funny or interesting, that you like to keep talking about with your friends over a cup of latte?
One incident that I keep remembering very fondly is the premiere of The Sky is Pink. I think that was so special for me because also it was such a special film that
Yes, of course.
that I got to be a part of. So if this is not, I think it's a known fact, but whoever does not know, I am completely obsessed with Vidya Balan ma'am. She's incredible. I think she's a beautiful human. She's incredible. She's kind. She's a phenomenal actor, and that doesn't even come close to what the talent she has. The Sky is Pink. When I was told that you're doing the film, which was also a whole different story. That's for another day. But I did get signed for it. I had one question that do you think, I asked my mom, do you think I'll be able to meet Vidya Balan? Because of course Sid Roy Kapoor was producing it. I was like, I wonder if I'll be able to meet Vidya Balan. And about a year later, we've shot the film and the film is releasing. And I kept asking people that, oh, there's a screening happening. Is there a screening happening? They said, yeah, there is. So I said, will Vidya Balan ma'am come? I kept asking people around, the people in the production house and the people around. I kept asking and they said she's actually not going to be able to make it because she's in London. I was completely heartbroken. I was like, I can't believe this was that one opportunity.
Moment you were waiting for.
Yeah, and it somehow I was like, shit, I'm not going to be able to see her. But when the screening was happening, so I think the screening started at about 8 o'clock. Till about 10:30 people had shown up and I kept waiting. I was hoping that, maybe she's flown back, maybe she's landed, maybe she will come. And I kept waiting. And then about 10:30, finally, it was the last screen that was about to close. So there are multiple screens. At a screening, there are multiple screens. And of course, they start at different times depending on when people come and show up and stuff. Finally, at 10:30, I'm waiting and the last screen is about to close. And I suddenly see Vidya ma'am walk in, looking absolutely gorgeous. And she walked in and she waved and in my direction. And it's so funny because it sounds like a film, but I thought that I couldn't believe that she was waving at me. So I looked around and then she's saying, I said, I was so excited about it. She came and before I could make sense of what was happening, she came, she gave me a hug. She specifically told me a scene that she thought I was very good in. She had already watched the film, of course. She told me that you're so good in that scene and she went in and I could not believe what had happened. And then 3 days later, they invited us to dinner, and I got to spend an entire evening with Vidya man. We had such incredible conversations. So this is one incident that I think of so fondly,
forget,
and I am actively every single day manifesting a project where I get to work with her.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
really. Yeah.
Rohit, somewhere from the boy next door image that you have, this chocolate boy image, you suddenly became a thirst trap with these very, very sizzling hot pictures of him on the internet that we all can see.
Yeah.
How did that turnaround happen? Was it like something you'd planned or just was organic? Like just one fine day, like there you are.
So let me start with saying I hate going to the gym. Okay, I absolutely hate it. I used to, Chal.
I don't think most of us will believe that here.
Not anymore. But I absolutely used to hate it till the time I didn't. The transformation happened. I always knew that when I have to do it for a project, I will do it. But until then, I don't want to go and spend my time at the gym. I'd rather spend it at the restaurants and eat good food, So I didn't want to do it. But then finally, when Sunny Sanskari came my way, Shashank said that, I think that you should be a little bit bigger for the film. And this happened in January of last year, 24. And I started working out in January properly. And we shot the film for about a year and a couple months. So my transformation actually happened through it. But what was really, and I only did it for the song Panwadi because I knew that, in Panwadi, I'm going to have to remove my shirt. So I really wanted to be ripped for it. But actually what happened was during the process, I bagged Revolutionaries, which is with Nikhil Advani for Amazon, which is scheduled to release next year.
Next year, right?
And I don't think I can talk about it too much, but my character couldn't not be fit. I have to have like the best physique for that role. So it worked out really well.
Are you happy with both the...
I'm very happy. I'm very happy.
You're happy with that.
And I
You're happy
think,
being a thirst trap.
I'm very happy, and I think people are too, which is great.
Okay. You made the term future wife, like from Mismatch, like a viral trend. It became a colloquial term.
Yeah.
Now tell me, what are the traits Rohit's future wife needs to have? What are the traits that you look for in your future wife? And do you often get that people tell you future husband? I'm sure fans throw that at you, right?
Yeah. I think ambition is very, very important to me. I love, and not just my future wife, but any person I meet, anybody I talk to, I really am fascinated. I'm excited about people who are ambitious, should be respectful. If she has long hair, it'll be a bonus.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All girls with long hair can stand up. It isn't the real you. What is the one thing that the fans often get mismatched about you?
I think I would just really like it if they can stop thinking that I date every single actress I work with, or every single or every single girl I am being
Pictured
seen
with.
with. Like at one point, it was really
Does
ridiculous.
it bother
and-
you?
Yeah, of course it
Does?
does.
But I mean, you
there
must be
was a-
used to it by now, right? I mean, it's comes with
Yeah,
territory.
but it doesn't. Yeah, but I don't think like at one point I posted a picture with my sister and she was very clearly tagged, said Megha Saraf, and somebody said, "Oh, are you guys dating?" And I said, "Are you
Oh my
stupid?"
God, that's crazy. That's-
So I
yeah,
think
yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's one thing that kind of bothers me a little bit.
Yeah,
And yeah, but I think people get that wrong.
So people label you with like national crush, internet's boyfriend. All this is very flattering, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but somewhere like you, I read that you said that you secretly enjoy it. Now, are you openly enjoying it?
I'm
or
very
the
openly
adulation
enjoying
and
it.
love?
I am very openly enjoying all of these tags. I think they're very flattering. And earlier I used to get really shy about it, but now I'm trying to
Embrace it more
embrace
openly.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
Yeah. But coming on, no. How does your family react to it? I believe your mom loves all the adulation and she's a fan of
Yeah.
all your fans. And she actually gets Insta DMs from girls who call her Mummy Ji. Is that true?
Yeah. She gets.
Have any of you Insta'd his mom?
I don't want to know. No, she loves it. She loves it.
Yeah.
She's the first one to see everything. There are so many things that I miss out on that she hasn't because believe me on this, believe me when I say this,
Yeah.
every single thing that's about me on the internet, she has seen it, she has read it. My mom loves it. She also,
sweet.
there are so many times where she, if by chance I've behaved in a certain way that she doesn't agree with, she will come and she will tell me that this is what you did and this is wrong, and she loves it. She loves it. She absolutely loves it. She's the one who's also policing me every day. Of course, it starts with my mom, but I have somehow consciously or subconsciously managed to find people in my life who love giving me reality checks.
That's good,
From
right?
my mom to my 3 sisters to my brother to my manager, who's also a really close friend, Kim. Every single person, my 2 best friends, Rohan and Aisha, everyone loves giving me reality checks. So I feel like I have more than enough people to slap me down whenever I feel like I'm not in the right head. So yeah, I have a lot of those people in my
We
life.
need those people around you.
We need those
All
people.
times.
Can I tell you something? My fans are my biggest reality check. There are so many times I say, something has happened, and as a public figure, you need to talk about it, you need to speak about it. And for any reason, if I haven't, they hunt me down and they make sure that they say that you need to talk about this because it's important.
Wow.
And I respect them for that.
You have some great people around you.
Yeah,
some
I really
good
lucked out.
energy.
I hit jackpot.
But do you ever fear that Rohit is an actor and with your height of stardom, that everything is transient? Stardom is itself fragile. Does it ever do you ever fear that it could all just go away someday? And you hold on to it very dearly just because of that?
I have a fear of something else actually. It's not
Which
the fact that tomorrow morning I could wake up and nobody would care about me. I don't think it's that.
That doesn't scare you.
It's inevitable, right? There will be
Yeah.
one day where it will happen.
Yeah.
As it should.
Right.
I think what actually really troubles me, and it's been troubling me recently a lot more, is that I feel like when you're running so much
Yeah.
between projects, between things, like at one point I had an insane week. I was at 3 cities. I was shooting nights. I was barely sleeping. Like I'd slept like, there was one day where I slept for 40 minutes in the night and I got through like an entire 3.
Crazy.
It was madness.
Yeah.
And through all of it, like so my mom usually visits Bombay and me like say twice in a year, and she spends like 2 to 3 months with me. And this time around, she's been here since before the release. I can't think of a single day where I've been able to sit down with her and have a conversation. So I think what really troubles me now and what scares me is that I really need to be able to find a work-life balance, because
Right.
I do not think I can be somebody who's okay with not having time with family.
Right.
I've realized more with time that I really I need that time. I need that time for my sanity.
Right.
So I
But
think
that's precious. Yeah, I mean, that's what you're working
yeah,
for,
because
right?
I'm. It's a real fear. The parents getting older is a real
Yes.
fear, you know, and not having enough time with your family is a real fear. And I get really like stressed about it when I talk about it too much. But like, that's been a real fear lately.
I
I
can
really
imagine.
am working actively to find a balance that I can spend my time with the people that actually truly make me very happy. Of course, work makes me happy, but my people make me happier.
Absolutely, yeah.
And somehow I've not managed
And also
to.
because you're living away from family. So kind of you
100%.
have to make
And
that
my
extra
mom just
time to be
refuses
there.
to move to Bombay, which
Oh, really?
yeah, which really like troubles me. Of course, I mean she has work there. She has an entire life for herself in Delhi. But yeah, it's a real fear. It's yeah. I think
No,
that
I can hear that. I can
yeah,
imagine that.
this became very serious.
Okay, on a lighter note, we have these copies of you when you appear in Bombay Times.
Yeah.
How does it feel seeing yourself in print? It's like it's for posterity. Like seeing yourself make headlines.
So basically, when we were in school, at that time, I would think people whose photos used to come in the newspaper with percentiles that this one scored this much, this one scores this much, used to be like the biggest shit ever. Like you've arrived in life. If your photograph is in the newspaper, and it's not just you, by the way, it's like 15 other people, but you're also there. They would cut those printouts and they would put it on notice boards outside each classroom. And I used to think, one day I must.
I'll be there.
I'll be there. So
And
every
look-
single time I hear myself on.
Make it the front pages.
I see myself
and it's not such
on
a small
newspaper.
photo.
I see myself on a newspaper. I secretly want to take a cutout and I want to go and put it on all those notice
So
boards.
sweet.
But I don't, obviously.
And it's
But
not such a small picture. It's really big.
Yeah, I really love it.
You know, for decades, Rohit, Bollywood has celebrated the hyper-masculine hero, the very strong guys who beats up the baddies, the invincible person. They won't shed a tear in front of people because that's like, you know, that's like being the true hero in that sense. But there has been a shift. And the new age hero is softer, is tender, is more emotionally expressive, more emotionally available to women around them and people around them. You kind of fall into the non-alpha kind of hero with the kind of roles you've done, which is now being celebrated. What do you think of this shift? Do you think that the audience today wants to see characters which are real, vulnerable, who they can relate to, who they can connect with?
Of course, I think it's a reflection of society, right?
Right.
I don't think it's just something that can happen if the society doesn't want it. I think the kind of heroes we saw earlier, which I think are still very highly celebrated, and I
absolutely.
think that I want to be, I want to do one of those kind
Those
of
larger
roles.
than life heroes.
100%. I
Absolutely,
do want to do it.
yeah.
I think now a lot of people watch films while they're also trying to find a part of themselves in those films. And I think the portrayal of a new age hero is a reflection of what society is.
Right.
I think women do not need saving. And I think they want to be heard, they want to be understood. I think they want to be loved. They want somebody who can openly cry for them. And I think those are the kind of roles that are being written. And I absolutely love them.
Super. I think that's really well said, guys. There's a very sweet video of you crying at your sister's wedding. That was just so endearing.
My God, I cry. I do not think I have ever cried so much in my entire
Really?
life. I cried so much at my sister's
Yeah.
wedding. It was crazy. I was almost embarrassed. I was like, what the?
You were out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, growing up in a house with three sisters, does that change your perspective towards the way you look at love and relationships? Because you're looking at it through, women's lens, which makes you kind of, it's a very different way of looking at it.
The way I am is a lot to do with the kind of upbringing I've had. It's the kind of look at women, behave with them, and respect them in the way that they should be growing up. And it's not just because of, I have to tell you, it's not just my sisters or my mom. Previously, I had 3 women in my team.
Right.
I've literally had so many women around me that I can't ever imagine being any other way.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think anything in my life would allow that. Not the people, not my conscience, nothing.
That's so
So I do think that my upbringing and the kind of people I've had around, which have been a lot of women, have kind of shaped me into the way I am. Yeah.
We'll take a quick latte break before we move on to our next segment. some more. So Rohit, our next segment is called BT Reveal.
Okay.
To reveal to your fans a little more about yourself.
Okay.
Some very quick questions.
Okay.
So are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. Love at first sight, real or myth?
I would like to believe that it can be real.
Would you ever break up over a text message?
I wouldn't.
Dating apps, yay or nay?
Yay for the people that it actually works for.
Have you ever been on a dating app?
I have not. No.
Okay, so it won't work for you. Okay.
No.
Have you ever had to deal with the friend zone dilemma?
But I have friend zoned someone?
Oh, no, you have to deal with it yourself.
Oh,
Were
that
you
I've been friend zoned?
Yes.
No.
No. Okay. Okay, see them. If someone wanted to impress you on a first date, what's the one thing they shouldn't do?
Nothing grand.
Okay. You
Nothing
like it
grand
simple.
at all. Very, very real. Come in your pajamas and I think that's a date.
The pajama party kind of person. Okay. Would you rather have a romantic fancy dinner or binge watch a series with your partner at home?
Binge watch a series with my partner.
That is much. Your first crush, sweet memory or awkward story?
Sweet, Charu ma'am from Technia International School. I was bald because you know how every child has to go through
Right.
Mundan. Mine happened when I was 5 years old. So
That late, right?
Yeah. So I was already in school at that time, and I was bald, and obviously kids around me would laugh. But she came up to me and she ruffled my bald head. She did this and she said, "You look very cute." And
And you crushed over her.
And at that time, I didn't know it was a crush. But now when I think about it, I think it was.
That was your crush. Okay. Okay, what's your biggest turn off in a relationship?
That's tough. There's two like at par.
Okay.
One is disrespect and the other one is infidelity.
Okay.
Yeah.
They won't work for you at all.
Nothing. No.
Okay. Are you very intense and passionate as a lover? I read somewhere you do a portrait of one of your ex-girlfriends. Is that true?
Where did you read this?
Tell us about it.
I can be.
You can.
Yeah. I can be. That's
I mean,
it.
in what
I-
situations?
it's-
What makes you go so passionate and intense?
This is a rapid fire, no?
A little more we can say.
No. I think
But
this
you
is
can
good.
be, okay.
Yeah.
Everyone, please note. How do you deal with heartbreak? Are you the kind who listens to very sad, deep songs?
Yeah.
Do you like...
No. But I think I go through it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's how I deal with heartbreak. I don't try to.
Avoid it or fight
Yeah, I
it.
can't.
So you have your own coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So texting or calling, which do you prefer for flirting?
Calling. Meeting.
Meeting. They're all making notes, Rohit.
I love it.
Red flags, name one that you spot instantly.
Bad body odor.
If you had to write a matrimonial ad for your future wife, what would it say?
If I had to write a matrimonial ad for my future wife,
Yes.
already taken.
Okay. Okay, see that size? Okay. How often do you Google yourself honestly?
I would have to say not very often. But
Come on, really?
No, I swear.
Yeah?
I promise. I not very often, but I have. I wouldn't say that I don't, but I'm not obsessive.
How much time do you spend on Insta? Just checking things
A
out.
lot more than I should.
Do you go to cut down on it?
100%. I definitely want to cut down on it because also it's like driving me crazy a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. So I think I need to.
Fans can be really intense,
Yeah.
as we all know. Anything that's really crazy, outrageous thing a fan has done for you in all these years?
I don't think
Something
crazy
you
or
really remember?
outrageous, but I got really, really, thrown off once when somebody tattooed my name on their hand and on their finger, and that was
A
a
real
lot.
permanent tattoo.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
You don't do this.
I'll just be back, and I ran away from there. It was intense back then.
Wow.
Of course, now I think I want to actually apologize for my behavior. I would probably now deal with it a lot better. I would behave a lot better. But at that time, I was stumped. I didn't know what to do. So, yeah.
Now, for everyone out there, I have to ask this question. Are you single?
I'm single.
Where's the applause for that?
I'm very single. Contrary to many different opinions on the internet, I am very single.
There have been few lately, of
Yes,
course.
absolutely. Every single time there's a new girl that I'm seen with, there's, are they dating? Kuch chal raha hai inka. Arey dekho, all that. So
But how does your mom react to all that, considering she's so,
my mom laughs. We laugh together.
Wow.
Yeah.
You call her up and you say it's not real and...
No, not at all. She knows.
She
it's not-
knows.
She would know if I'm dating
Wow, that's
someone. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's funny.
Wow. So that's a wrap on this segment, guys. We move on to the next segment, the fan interaction, where they finally get to ask you questions.
Yes,
What
we're
they've been
ready.
waiting for. Bring it on.
Okay. The first question is by Sana. Sana, hi, Sana, hi.
Hi Rohit.
Hi, Sana.
I saw you at a screening of The Sky is Pink many years ago.
You were there?
I was there.
That's
and I did
insane.
not say hi, and that's a deep regret. So today I'm saying hi Rohit.
Hi, Sana. Thank you for saying hi to me.
And of course, and my question to you is what's a hidden talent of yours that you would like to play in a future role perhaps? Yeah.
That I would like to play in a future. I think
Yeah.
I don't think it's hidden, but I paint well. So I think it would be nice to maybe do a role where I'm a painter.
Yeah, well, we would love to see you like that.
Thank you. Thank you for your question. So sweet. All right. Ria.
Hi, I just want to start by saying that I'm such a huge fan and
you.
I absolutely adore all the work that you've done.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And I wanted to ask you, have you ever had a moment where you felt like you've made it? And if you have, then what was it and when?
I'm not saying this for effect, but I actually haven't felt like I've made it. I also feel like I don't want to feel it because the day I feel it, I think some amount of complacency would come in.
We actually feel that you have made it,
that's so
and
sweet.
we are all so proud of your achievements.
Thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
so Ooh, that's a fun name. Dilufa. Oh, hi Dilufa. That's
Hi,
such a nice
Rohit.
name. What does it mean?
I don't know what that means, but it's sounding so good. It's coming out from your mouth. So I'm just loving this moment. I came from Pune
Yes.
just to meet with you. And I want to ask you, what is that one mismatch situation, like decision you have taken in your life when your heart and mind were like pulling opposite direction?
I think when I was moving to Bombay, I think that was a mismatched decision back then. Now it doesn't feel mismatched at all.
Yes,
But
because
in that moment, it felt mismatched.
yes, otherwise how could we have got this national crush?
Well,
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dilufa. Thank you. Mehek. Mehek,
Hello, hi, how are you?
very good. How are you?
I am also good. So just a quick question, since you've been established like the chocolate boy and national crush of India, who do you think is more romantic, Rohit or I'm sorry, Rishi?
Rishi or Rohit?
See, Rishi comes from Rohit. So I would say Rohit.
So, thank you.
No, but I have to be honest. I think Rishi is a little more romantic. Yeah. Vishesh. Vishesh. Hi, Vishesh.
Hi Rohit. So my question is that you have played a lot of cinema from Dear Zindagi, Mismatch. So what is the character which is very close to you, to your real self?
That's very close to me, as in who I am most like.
Yeah, most connected to, most
Yeah, I think
authentic.
Rishi. I've also played it for so long. I've played it for 5 years, and I'm gonna go into now my last season with, Mismatch, which is season 4. I think what's really amazing is that Rishi has grown up with me. I met Rishi for the first time when I was 22. I'm 28 now. So I think it's safe to say that that is the character that I'm closest to, and I'm most alike. Thank you. Yes, of course.
Trust me, it's a surreal moment for all of us.
Thank
And
you.
the question is Rishi getting married to Dimple in season 4?
I've not read the script.
I hope that happens.
Yeah, I hope
because
so too. I really hope so too. I think it's about time.
It's an unwavering
Yeah,
dream
but
as well.
but I don't want to promise because I don't know. I haven't read the script. And I'm being as honest with you as I can. I really don't know yet.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Asta.
So that brings us to the end of the show, Rohit. Did you have fun being here?
Unfortunately, yes, I had so much fun. I don't want
Yeah.
it to end. Really, I'm not joking. Thank you.
So we'll bring you back in our second season.
Absolutely.
Yes. So a lot of excitement on Mismatch, the final season.
Yeah.
Right? Do you feel the excitement around people asking a lot of questions about Mismatched?
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm also very, very nervous because from what people describe me, you know how parents describe how it feels when their kid goes to college? That's a similar feeling over here because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like it's such an important part of my life that's given me so much,
absolutely.
and to say goodbye to it is
It's going to be tough.
I'm very nervous about it, but I also think that everything that begins has to end, and
End well. Yeah.
end well. So I'm excited.
Wow. We are excited too to see what you have in store for us, Rohit. Mismatched and otherwise in cinema, on ODT.
Yes.
We all love your work, and as you see, we all adore you. So stay awesome and stay
Thank you.
mismatched.
Thank you.
Thank you for being
Thank you
here.
so much.
We have a gift for you from Skechers. And
Oh, thank you.